Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our show where we are discussing advices for the youth regarding money, life, and aspirations. Whenever we talk about money and youth, usually youth and everyone else is thinking about money in either way that is completely positive, it is the best thing in the life, and every time you speak to people, they will go to one of these two extremes. Either it's something the best, you get a pleasure from money, or you will get complete opposite and extreme, where the money is evil. People who have money, they are greedy, they are usually make this money by cheating and so on. So what is Islamic understanding of the money? Do we actually have to sacrifice the meaning of our life to get it? Or is that some sort of misconception? Usually wealth in Islam is considered to be fitna, meaning it can take you left or right. So how should we understand this? If you look in Islam, topic of money, wealth, and these things is usually mentioned in number of details, especially if you look at the issue of muamalat, which is mutual dealings. In fact, one of the aim or maqasid of Sharia is to protect the wealth. Imagine out of 5 things that Sharia is trying to protect is to protect your wealth. Prophet ﷺ told us that feet of a servant will not move on the day of judgment until that servant answers 4 questions. One of these 4 questions will be about money. How did you make that money, and how did you spend that money? If you divide these 2 questions, examples of these are numerous. But sin in this area of mismanaging money could lead to the war with Allah, which is a riba. That is described, that person will come on the day of judgment and will be given weapon to fight Allah on the day of judgment for engaging in riba. On the other hand, if they refuse to give charity, zakat, from their money, Abu Bakr used to wage war against these sorts of people. So we see that issue of money is not a simple issue. In fact, people of Shu'aib used to say to him about a link between the prayer and the money. And they used to make a joke. How do you find and where do you find the link between your salah and the way we manage our money, the way we make money, dispose of the money, where we give charity and so on? But this secular view is completely incompatible with Islam. This issue of money was handled in so many narrations, in so many topics. In fact, according to the majority of the fuqaha from Ahl Sunnah al-Jama'ah, for a man especially to work up to the level where he can sustain himself and those he is legally responsible is something that is a must. So understanding that money is part of life, part of what we need to have in order to go and do things we have to do. But we have to understand, if we crave for this money, if it comes because of our way of understanding it in the wrong way, if it comes because we are longing, then this will not be blessed for us. And this is what Prophet ﷺ taught us. However, in the same narration, he told us that the upper hand is better than the lower hand. And this, my brothers and sisters, is a very important lesson for whether it's youth or anybody out there. Upper hand is attitude. Upper hand is the way of life. Upper hand is developing certain skills within yourself and making certain decisions that you will live your life as a true leader. Not just appointed of some organization, but as yourself, you will lead yourself. You will not be dependent on any person, anybody out there. You will do whatever it takes to take care of your own needs. And when you build society, and when you have a youth like that, they think with the upper hand mentality that we know is a better one, then we can hope to translate this issue of money into something that will serve us to become that upper hand. So when we go into society, when we establish services, we will have society between us that is independent, that does not need anyone else to solve our problems. Now, if we can do that, if we can instill that entrepreneurial spirit in our youth, we can then build completely different community that has that winning attitude, upper hand attitude, that is generous. And that is opposite of the community that is always taking, depending, not using its own skill to grow, that is the community that will always blame each other for every sorts of mistakes. And this is where we are. When we develop this negative attitude, we don't give very good example to our youth. And youth, they need this like a food. They need this hope, aspiration, and the strength in the action. Our children, our youth, our people, all Muslim, non-Muslim, they never fail to copy and internalize what they see in your eyes. What sort of attitude, how you carry yourself, how you carrying your society, how you take caring those weak amongst you. Because as we know, shepherds are all of us, and we take care of our people. And we do that in a couple of different ways. By taking care of the weak, by gathering the lost one, and then we lead the strong ones by being upper hand in society. Thank you very much. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.